paperwork stating the discovery also shows that defendant Banks used his trusted lieutenants, defendant Wilson and co-conspirator 5, to recruit hitmen to fly to Southern California on August 18th, 2022 to kill Quando Rondo. Consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited hitmen by promising to pay a $1 million reward on behalf of defendant Banks in exchange for flying to LA to commit the murder. Something, I can't see what it says because I got Jalise, it says she reposted it. The government has also disclosed a list of defendant Banks and OTF's music videos in which defendant Wilson, Houston, and the rest is cut off, right? And we can jump into the comment section. Jalise is saying free Quando. Some other people are reacting. This person is saying they got this from a Vlad interview Lil Tim did.
It's your boy Just Random TV with another reaction video. I'm reacting to 1090 Jake. Man, make sure y'all go follow his channel, man. I follow his channel. I watch a lot of his content. Man, hit that like button for him. Share his content. Hit those comments. Back to the video.
Now, before we get into that interview, this is the federal website Pacer where you can look up Fed cases, right? And this is the actual motion filed by the government in which this paperwork is in. Now, what they're talking about in this, in response to a claim, the defendant's reply brief that nowhere does this discovery set forth anything resembling a fix. It's just like a lot of legal shit, a lot of quoting cases, etc., etc. And then this is where we get into the details. Here, the detailed SSI, together with the government's substantial and organized discovery, the government has alleged, and its discovery clearly supports the straightforward theory that defendant Banks told co-conspirators he would reward anyone who helped kill his rival, Quando Rondo. That defendant Banks and other OTF conspirators attempted to murder Quando in Los Angeles, and that even though the co-conspirators killed the other guy, not Quando, defendant Banks nonetheless rewarded co-conspirators by, among other things, featuring many of the direct participants in the murder in music videos and rap lyrics in the months following the murder. For example, the government anticipates that a cooperating witness will testify that defendant Banks made clear to the witness and other OTF members that anyone who killed Quando would be made straight, otherwise known as handsomely rewarded. The discovery also shows the defendant Banks used his trusted lieutenant.
Oh man, Durk done fucked up. And that's why I be telling people, man, Durk ain't getting out. He gonna have to take a plea. He gonna have to take a plea for about 30 to 40 years, bro. That's the best deal he gonna get. Yeah, I'm telling y'all that right now. This is why I think that. Okay, one, everybody like to say, well, the judge says this. Oh, the lawyer says this. Oh, the prosecution says this. But what y'all forgetting is the jury matter too. I ain't heard not one person say anything about the jury. Now, dude better hope that it ain't the jury on there that recently lost a son to gun violence, bro. If it is, you watch, dude who watched. Plus, you gotta understand something about people, bro. Yes, people are supposed to be professional. Yes, yes, it's supposed to be work etiquette and all that, but people have feelings and emotions. So you don't think the judge don't feel some type of way when they was threatened back to, I don't know how long ago it was, they got like a threatening phone call or something, like a threatening message. Of course that judge feels some type of way about that. So you got to factor that in too. You got to also factor in, I think the dude name was like Lil Pop, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. His mother came to court. So that right there, bro, like the jury looking at that too. And and a bunch of other shit. But like, hey, back to the video.
And this is where it's going to break everything down, right? This is where we see the paperwork Remo posted. Consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited hitmen by promising to pay $1 million. Now, this is very important, right? Because how it's being projected is Durk was the one that offered the $1 million. And as everyone knows, Durk is the only one in this camp worth more than $1 million to be able to offer $1 million. But Looking at this paperwork, the feds are alleging Banks was the one offering the hit. But the paperwork is stating defendant Wilson solicited the hitman by promising to pay $1 million on behalf of Durk. Now, Drew Finling, Durk's lawyer, Melly's lawyer, Young Boy's lawyer, I guarantee you is going to pick this apart because it doesn't seem like they have anything saying Durk is the one who said this, Durk is the one who said that. It's a whole lot of these dudes were saying it on behalf of Durk. And now the feds are like, look, we got a guy that's willing to testify that Durk said he was going to do this. But other than that, it's almost all their word against his. And the whole reason they're willing to testify is because they're wrapped up in this case. They have no other way to get out because they can't afford a $1 million lawyer. So the only thing they can do is, well, Durk said this, Durk said that, Durk said this. But all the paperwork is saying other people said it. It's not saying Durk said it. They don't have video. They don't have text from Durk. They don't have none of that. It's all other people putting the pieces together. Now, this is interesting because this isn't talking about a $1 million bounty on Quando's head. This is talking about a $1 million bounty on Lil Tim's head after killing King Von.
Well, you were lucky to a certain degree because you're in Georgia and Georgia has a stand your ground law.
Right.
If this had happened in LA or New York, you wouldn't have been able to,
Yeah, it happened in LA and New York, bro. It's over with. Certain places in the Midwest too, bro. They got them crazy ass laws, bro. Certain places in the Midwest got them laws where you can't do that shit. But yeah, down south you good, bro. It's good to be down south, man.
Have that law work in your benefit. And unfortunately, the law works both ways. Because, Trayvon Martin, when George Zimmerman killed him, he used that same law to get off. Even
That was a crazy case, not gonna lie. I don't really agree with that.
though I thought that was bullshit, but whatever, it is what it is. But in your case, it actually helped you because it was proven that you were protecting your friend and you were standing your ground, and ultimately they had to drop all the charges. How did Quando react when you finally told him?
I was super happy, but he probably was happier than me. He tried to come through the phone. He like, boy, we finna do this, we finna do that, we finna do this, we finna do that. He making plans for me. I ain't even made for my own self. He like, cuz we about to get this real money now, all this type of stuff. Like, he more happier than me.
On your head.
Yeah.
Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
It's like, damn, at the moment somebody could really want to take that.
Yeah, man, dude gotta watch his own homies. That's the case, bro. That's what he should do with down there speechless, bro. Like, bruh. Man, you gotta tighten up security and move different, bro. That's all I'm gonna say on that shit, man.
And really try to do something, but it's like, at the end of the day, is you gonna be able to go back and get that money? Like, is you gonna make it back home? Cause it's like, it's not like I'm about to just sit here and let no one come kill me.
Yeah, that's real. I respect that.
So it's like, I'm gonna stand on my 10. I'm gonna stand my ground. So it's like, you could try to do what you're trying to do, but is you gonna be able to go get your money? Like, is you gonna be able to make it back home? Is you ever gonna be able to see $1 million? Like,
okay, so he's looking at it from the perspective of, I'm not a bitch, Y'all see, I just who I just killed. Are you gonna be able to just come take me out? And I'll say this, right? I disagree and agree with what he said for different reasons. I disagree with, I'm a killer too. Bro, when they hop out, there ain't nothing you could fucking do. And we've seen this with, multiple situations, from Zoo getting killed to Duck getting killed. When they jump out and you got 4 or 5 people, firing at you in broad day. Like there's nothing, your reaction, you know, you might be able to pull out, you might be able to even fire off. But when you got 4 different guns aimed at you and they're all going off, and the thing is, you'll ride around and you might see it coming and be like, oh, they ain't gonna do that. We're in front of all these people, all these cameras, and they jump out and it just happens. It just happens. Your last memory was thinking they ain't gonna do it, and then they do it, and then they all get locked up, right? Because you're being logical with illogical minds. Now, the logic that I'm thinking of is, yeah, would they even be able to see the money? Because realistically, if you want to break things down from a logical standpoint, Durk makes all of his money legally. Unless he's doing small venues where he's getting paid cash, he's doing major arenas, major shows. He's not getting paid cash, bro. They're signing contracts for these things. You know what I mean? So all of this money is coming into his account. They can monitor all of this. So realistically, you think that he's going to be able to withdraw $1 million and it just disappears and there's no purchase history? Like he had $1 million on $1 million worth of game. Let's actually look at that. So just that right there, right? This is supposed to be $1 million on $1 million worth of game. That right there is a crazy flex in itself, right? Bro has $1 million sitting on the table. This was also in a music video. So again, you can see the money all sitting there at the table.
Yeah, that wouldn't be smart, bro. One, that's a paper trail. The feds will definitely be on that shit. And then as soon as they start spending the money, it's already over. Like shit, they gonna that shit, man. It's hey, anytime you spend a large amount of money, bro, they gonna be trying to buy cars and shit. Hey, that's gonna get looked at, bro. Feds is finna look at that shit, bro.
Everybody, apparently some of the people in this video is supposedly involved in the federal murder that they're talking about. But you can see he's got a ton of money on the table. And you know, yeah, like you can go to the bank and withdraw a lot of money. That ain't difficult to do. But for that money to just disappear, to take a legal $1 million and then there's no purchase history and it disappears. And then there's rumors tying you into, oh, allegedly there was $1 million bounty on this dude and then he got smacked. You don't think they're gonna put 2 and 2 together? So
yeah, I see that, but I also see he would probably have to sign whoever did that shit and pay them like that. That's the only way. He's still not gonna get away with the shit, but that's the only way they could, you know, see that million. It's by getting signed to the label, signed to OTF or whatever. Getting them put on something like that. That's the only way they can see that million, bro. They ain't gonna see it no other way.
it's like from a logical standpoint, how the fuck do you think you're really gonna get that $1 million, bro? Because Durk ain't just gonna pull up on you in a private jet and be like, here's $1 million. And you just walk away with $1 million in cash and that's not suspicious. Like, it sounds like a lot of bullshit. If Durk's homie is like, yo, you know, you gonna get $1 million, you go smack him. All right, you go smack him, and then they're just like, fuck you, we ain't giving you shit. What can you really do?
Shit, not shit, but die. Everybody know you did that shit, bro. You was like, shit, die tell. I mean, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Shit. But yeah, man, it's just random TV with another one for y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for the channel, man. I'm up out of here.